Top 10 Romantic Movies on Netflix. Summer is here, and love is in the air. If you're feeling a bit more tapped into your inner romantic, then it's a great time to indulge in cinema's most popular genre. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 romantic movies to watch on Netflix. So let's get started. Number 10. Always Be My Maybe. The thrill of a new romance often lies in just that, the fact that it's new. But what if your truest love lies in one of your oldest relationships? Always Be My Maybe stars Ali Wong and Randall as a pair of childhood besties who lost touch in their teens, but who find their way back to each other as grown-ups, with a delightful supporting cast that also includes Daniel Dae Kim, James Saito, and Keanu Reeves. Always Be My Maybe is as deliciously cozy as a bowl of mom's kimchi and just as satisfying. Hands down, one of the best romantic comedies you can watch on Netflix. Sparks fly 15 years later in San Francisco for childhood sweethearts Chef Sasha, played by comedian Ali Wong, and musician Marcus, fresh off the boat's Randall Park. Number 9. Runaway Bride. Julia Roberts and Richard Gere are a 90s rom-com dyad for a reason. 9 years after they paired up for Gary Marshall's instant classic Pretty Woman, they returned as the central couple in the comedy Helmer's Runaway Bride. Roberts is off-the-charts charming as Maggie, a woman known in tabloids for leaving 3 different men at the altar. Gere is swoon-worthy as Ike, a reporter assigned to cover the story of Maggie's 4th and hopefully final wedding. Their attraction and mutual understanding are romance movie gold. Yet you can't help but feel bad for poor Bob, Christopher Maloney, Maggie's 4th fiancé, whose sports metaphors don't stand a chance against a magical Gere-Roberts chemistry. Number 8. When We First Met. Groundhog Day meets Some Kind of Wonderful in this delightful romantic comedy from director Ari Sandel. Adam Devine and Alexandra Daddario star as Noah and Avery, friends who couldn't have worked as a couple but didn't get the timing right. So when the pining Noah discovers a magical photo booth that will transport him back to the night where he and Avery first met, he's willing to do anything to get this right, this times. Funny and surprisingly sweet, When We First Met is a hidden gem time travel romp with spectacular supporting performances and a predictable ending you'll like all the same. Number 7. Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Karan Johar's directorial debut became an instant Bollywood classic when it hit theaters in 1998. Rahul, Shah Rukh Khan, and Anjali, Kajol are college besties until Rahul falls in love with Tina, Rani Mukherjee, and Anjalya realizes her true feelings for him. The friends become estranged before Tina dies, leaving behind a daughter, also named Anjali, in honor of their old friend. Little Anjali grows up reading letters from her late mother, and she learns about her father's old friend, his first love. Tina tasks her daughter with tracking down Anjali and reuniting the friends as lovers, once and for all. Kuch Kuch Hota Hai remains Johar's best work to date, a film that made his name synonymous with pure power in the Hindi film industry. Khan and Kajol's chemistry captivates throughout, from their GAP-clad days of college teasing to the unfathomable sexual tension of the gazebo scene. Despite being famous for its love triangle, the movie never pits Anjali and Tina against each other, instead depicting a beautiful friendship between the two women as well as their respective relationships to Rahul. Pyar Dasti Hai, Rahul declares early on, love is friendship, and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is nothing if it's not a timeless story about friends. Number 6. Dear John. The novels of Nicholas Sparks have inspired a massive quantity of tear-jerking romantic movies, from The Notebook to A Walk to Remember, The Last Song, and Dear John. This one stars Channing Tatum as enlisted soldier John, who by chance meets college student Savannah, Amanda Seyfried, before being deployed. They maintain a romance by writing each other handwritten letters. Through the years, complications like September 11th attacks, family illness, and the pain of being separated rocked the relationship, culminating in the titular Dear John letter. Of course, that's not where the story ends, not by a long shot. Number 5. About Time. Rachel McAdams and Domhnall Gleeson star in this romantic dramedy about a woman falling head over heels for a time traveler. We know it sounds super silly and possibly not very good, but writer-director Richard Curtis pulls off this bonkers premise with such elegance and grace, you'll be lulled into accepting its dreamy reality in no time. In About Time, Tim, Domhnall Gleeson, learns the men in his family can travel back in time, so naturally, he uses that to help along his romance with Mary, Rachel McAdams. Of course, he soon discovers that changing the past can have unintended consequences on the future. Number 4. Set It Up. What's better than one set of hot people getting together in a fun, modern romantic comedy? Those hot people setting up another set of hot people in a modern, fun romantic comedy. Zoe Deutch and Glenn Powell play assistants to two single power players, Lucy Liu and Taye Diggs, and team up to get their high-strung bosses dating, so they'll give their staff a break. Of course, making two people fall in love isn't as easy as it seems, and neither is resisting the charms of your partner in a love crime. Set It Up is a perfectly light, cuddly date movie. Also, Pete Davidson is there for a little bit. Number 3. The Holiday. This 2006 Nancy Meyers banger is one of the rare romantic movies to inspire a real-life aspirational relationship trope, the house swap. In The Holiday, writer Iris, Kate Winslet, and producer Amanda, Cameron Diaz, make an arrangement on a vacation house exchange site to spend their winter holidays at each other's homes. Iris, an Englishwoman, makes for Amanda's sunny Los Angeles mansion, and Amanda settles into Iris's cozy English cottage. While stepping into each other's lives, both women meet men who they'd never otherwise meet: book editor Graham, Jude Law, and composer Ethan, Jack Black, leading both of them to realize that in order to find home, they had to leave home first. Number 2. To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Where are all the best rom-coms set in high school? In this giddy Netflix original, a high school junior, Lana Condor, freaks out when love notes she never intended to send to her crushes become public. Oh, and who's her love interest, you ask? Just some unknown guy named Noah Centineo. Netflix's rom-com revival kicked off in 2018, a year whose slate included this criminally charming movie based on the novel by Jenny Han. Laura Jean, Landa Condor, is a hopeless romantic in the habit of writing letters to her most epic crushes. Writing, not sending. When the letters are leaked, she starts pretending to date Peter Kavinsky, Noah Centineo, to divert attention from her real crush on her sister's boyfriend. With a bouncy pop soundtrack and visual style that is the envy of your entire Instagram feed, To All the Boys is the kind of movie you can return to again and again. A comfort watch as sweet as Laura Jean's baked goods. Will we ever tire of watching fictional characters fake love until it becomes real? If they are even half as adorable as these two, the answer is no. Number 1. Bright Star. Bright Star is an imaginative, romantic biopic about the life and final love of John Keats. The classical dreamy poet, Ben Whishaw, falls in love with his high-class neighbor, Fanny Braun, Abby Cornish. Far from love at first sight, they initially dislike each other. However, they come together as Fanny becomes interested in his beautiful poetry, and Keats discovers that the fashionable lady holds hidden depths. Their romance goes on to inspire some of the most beautiful love poems of all time. As history dictates, this one ends in tragedy, so definitely watch this with a box of tissues and a hefty appreciation for modern antibiotics. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.